Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will immerse ourselves in Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert, published in 2006, is a memoir chronicling the author's transformative journey of self-discovery through Italy, India, and Indonesia. After enduring a painful divorce and subsequent heartbreak, Gilbert embarks on a year-long quest to seek pleasure, spiritual devotion, and balance, exploring the depths of her identity and purpose. Plot summary: Elizabeth Gilbert's journey begins in Italy, where she arrives with a heart still aching from the ruins of a painful divorce and the lingering shadows of a failed love affair. Rome welcomes her with its golden sunlight, winding streets, and a culture that revels in indulgence. Here, she is not required to be anyone's wife, partner, or caregiver, only a woman seeking pleasure in its purest form. She commits herself to learning the musical cadence of the Italian language, savoring the taste of creamy gelato on cobbled piazzas, and losing herself in the simple joy of a perfect plate of pasta. Every meal becomes an act of celebration, a small rebellion against years of self-denial. But it is not just the food that nourishes her. She finds companionship in a colorful cast of friends, locals, and fellow wanderers, who teach her to embrace the art of slowing down. In their company, she relearns how to laugh without restraint, to take joy in aimless conversations, to appreciate the delicate beauty of a city that has mastered the art of living well. Yet, amid the indulgence, she wrestles with the ghosts of her past. The memories of her broken marriage and the passionate but volatile love affair that followed still linger, creeping in during quiet moments. But Italy, with its warmth and generous spirit, teaches her that pleasure is not something she must earn. It is a birthright, freely available to those who choose to embrace it. With this newfound appreciation for life's sensory delights, she departs for India, where a starkly different journey awaits. Gone are the vibrant feasts and carefree laughter of Rome. Now, she finds herself in the disciplined silence of an ashram, where the air hums with the sound of morning prayers and the weight of spiritual devotion. Here, she has come not to indulge, but to surrender, to confront the tangled web of sorrow, guilt, and longing that she has carried for too long. The ashram demands stillness, discipline, and deep introspection, all of which challenge her restless, searching nature. Meditation does not come easily. Her mind rebels against the quiet, filling the silence with worries, regrets, and unspoken fears. But she is not alone in her struggles. Richard from Texas, a blunt and charismatic fellow seeker, becomes both friend and guide, offering wisdom wrapped in humor. He pushes her to stop clinging to suffering, to let go of the pain she has allowed to define her. Slowly, through early morning chants and long hours of self-reflection, she begins to make peace with herself. The weight of her past still exists, but it no longer crushes her. The ashram is not merely a place of solitude, it is a space of transformation. In surrendering to devotion, she starts to understand that healing is not about erasing the past, but about accepting it. She begins to experience moments of profound connection, glimpses of something greater than herself, moments where the boundaries between her and the divine blur. It is here that she learns the power of forgiveness, both for those who have hurt her and, most importantly, for herself. She departs from India not as a woman who has found all the answers, but as one who has learned how to sit with the questions without fear. Her final destination is Indonesia, where she arrives in Bali, drawn by the promise of wisdom from an old medicine man named Lager. He had once predicted that she would return to live with him, and now, here she is, hoping to learn from his teachings. Kedat, with his toothless grin and playful spirit, welcomes her back and begins sharing his knowledge, though his lessons are often given in riddles and laughter rather than formal instruction. His philosophy is one of balance, between work and play, spiritual practice and worldly engagement, solitude and companionship. Bali, with its lush landscapes and rhythmic harmony, provides the space for her to integrate the lessons of Italy and India. She finds herself at ease among the island's gentle people, who live with an effortless grace, their lives woven with ritual and reverence. The balance they have mastered is what she has been seeking all along, a way to exist in the world with both joy and mindfulness. Amid this newfound serenity, she meets Felipe, a Brazilian expatriate with a kind heart and a patient soul. Unlike past lovers who stirred chaos in her heart, Felipe offers something different, stability, understanding, and a love that does not demand sacrifice. Their relationship unfolds gently, with none of the frantic desperation she once associated with passion. At first, she resists, afraid of losing herself again in another person. But as the weeks pass, she realizes that love does not have to come at the cost of selfhood. It can be a partnership between two whole individuals, rather than an entanglement of need and longing. Even as she embraces love again, she does not allow it to define her journey. She has spent too long searching for fulfillment in others. Now, she understands that her peace comes not from a relationship, but from within. Felipe is not her savior, nor is he the solution to her past heartbreaks. He is simply a man she chooses to love, with openness and without fear. Bali teaches her the final piece of the puzzle: balance. Italy showed her how to embrace pleasure, India taught her how to quiet her soul, and Bali reveals how to walk the delicate line between the two. She is no longer the woman who fled her old life in a storm of sorrow. She is transformed, not into someone perfect or enlightened, but into someone whole. As her time in Bali comes to an end, she stands at the edge of the ocean, the waves lapping at her feet. The journey that began in heartbreak has led her here, to a place of quiet contentment where joy and serenity coexist. She has eaten, she has prayed, and now, finally, she has found love, not just in another person, but in herself. That's it for now, but don't stop here. Elizabeth Gilbert has more stories waiting for you. Check them out in the description or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Elizabeth Gilbert's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.